I'm Chrisetta. Welcome to Align on Demand. Today we'll be doing a 45-minute Align Define class. And all you need for class today is hand weights. I've got 2 pounds. You could probably use 3-pound weights if you have something handy. Otherwise, you can always use cans of soup, anything you've got around to give you a little bit of resistance for your upper body. I also have a yoga block handy, which I'll show you a couple modifications you might need to support your head in our abdominal series. So if you feel like sometimes your neck gets kind of tight in abdominal exercises, grab a yoga block or a little pillow or something that you can slide behind your head. And then because it's our cardio bar class, I want you guys to be ready to push the tempo a little bit. So I'm gonna take some time to set up each exercise clearly. I want you to feel like you own that setup, and then you can push the tempo in your own timing. So feel free to go ahead and really push the tempo on this one to get our blood moving. All right, let's get started. So I'm standing nice and tall. My feet are underneath my hips, and I'm gonna take a second just to focus on the breath. So my fingertips are gonna come around to the front of my ribs, thumbs are around the back, and I just wanna take a few breaths, inhaling and filling up my rib cage, and then exhaling all the air empty and feeling your ribs come closer together underneath you. And we'll do a few breaths like that on your own time. We'll try to breathe in through the nose. And then exhale all the air empty. Good. See if you can exhale a little extra air when you get to the bottom to get your deep, low core muscles on. Good. We'll try 2 more like that. So inhale, filling up. Exhale, deep lower core muscles, push a little extra air out. Good, and then last one here. Good, let's add some arms. So inhale, reach it up. Exhale, just press your arms down. Good, 2 more there. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, press down. Good, start to feel your head float away. Feet pushing heavy down into the floor. Last one here. Good, and then feet step a little wider than your hips. I'm gonna put one hand on my hip, and my other hand's gonna reach up to the ceiling. We're gonna go for a little side bend. So I want you to reach your fingertips up more until you side bend over, and then exhale your way through to the center. And then we'll trade. So fingertips reach up as you side bend, and then back to the center. And then we'll start to go a little bit faster. If it feels good, you can soften your knees a little bit and drop your tailbone heavy. So switch and switch. Good. And then see if you can still find a big breath in, and then a nice big exhale out. Good, we're gonna be here for 8 counts. Good, here's 6. Nice, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then roll down for me. You're gonna hang over upside down. I have a little bend in my knees, I'll show you from the side, and I'm letting the weight of my head hang. From here, we're gonna bend our knees more, and then push your legs straight. Bend your knees more, push your legs straight. You're gonna let your head hang all the way upside down. We'll be here 4 more. Last 3, last 2, and then bend your knees a little bit and pretend you're hugging a beach ball. So I'm engaging my abdominals, hugging my beach ball. My lower body feels like it's a squat. We're gonna breathe in and reach up, and then grab that beach ball. So starting to really move, get our blood flowing, heart rate up, bend and reach, bend and reach. Good, you'll notice as I'm bending, I'm trying to engage my abdominals, and I'm feeling my sits bones really reach back, so my tail isn't way curled under. Good, let's go for 10. Last time. Good, here's 8. Good, last 6. 5, good job, 4, 3, 2, and then find the top and pause. I'm gonna turn and face the length of my mat. We'll take a nice slow roll down, walk your hands out and meet me in a plank nice and strong. For you, a plank might mean your knees are down, it might mean your elbows are down. You can choose any version of a plank that feels good for your body. So once you're set up, I'm gonna feel the top of my head press forward and my heels press backwards, and we'll just hold and breathe. So again, I want to think about that same breath we did with our hands around the ribs. I'm inhaling and filling up, and then exhaling from those deep, low abdominals. Good, so the exercise is the breath. The core work is the breath. We'll inhale and fill up. Exhale, totally empty. And then let's add some marching with the knees. So when you're ready on your next exhale, you'll bend a knee in towards your chest and then step it back. And then other knee bending in and stepping back. If you're down on your knees or your elbows, a great option is to work on pressing one leg straight from your knee position. Good. So we'll be here about 30 seconds, so you've got some time to really focus on your form. And then once you feel like you've got your body nice and still, your abdominals working, we're gonna push that tempo. So inhaling big, and then using that exhale to power that movement. Nice job, guys. You can press the floor down, let your head float away forward, feet press back. Here we are, final 10, final 8, we'll flip it over. In 4, 3, 2, last one. Flip over for me and meet me on your back. So we're all the way down. But I'm gonna let my legs kind of feel heavy like jello legs. Fingertips interlace behind your head and elbows float slightly up towards your ceiling. When you're ready for it, spin your rib cage down to lift up into a little high curl. Flat, low belly. We're gonna go for a little march here. So one knee lifts and then lowers. Lift, and then lower. So this is one of those exercises where if you feel like your neck is working really hard, you can go ahead and grab a block or a little pillow and lift your head up. And then everyone's gonna focus on the back of the rib cage, spinning down into the floor to get our core muscles on. Good. I'm thinking about relaxing in my front pocket so that my tail isn't wagging side to side. Pelvis will stay nice and even. Here we go for 8. Here we go, 6. We'll hold the knees up at the top in 4, 3, 2, float one knee and the other one meets it, and we'll take this right into our Pilates 100. So my fingertips reach way forward. I'm gonna start to pump my arms. And then again, breathe in through your nose, fill it up. Exhale all the way empty. Good, if you're ready for a challenge here, as we inhale, we're gonna extend the toes to the ceiling. As you exhale, you're gonna scoop your core muscles out and bend your knees. Good, so inhaling, extending, exhaling and bending. Again, if neck starts to feel like it's doing too much, grab a little pillow or a block and stick it behind the back of your neck. Good. Back ribs heavy into the floor. My tail might want to pick up. I'm going to let my tailbone drop down. So pelvis is grounded. Good, we're here for 10 more counts. Here's your 8. We're going to hold those toes to the ceiling. In 4, 3, 2, toes up towards your ceiling. Reach your fingertips up towards your feet. Give me a little pulse up there. We reach for it up. Up, up. So now I'm using my upper abs. Up, up. We're gonna go for 8. Here we go for 6. Awesome, guys. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can grab your knees, give yourself a little rock side to side, and then rock your way up to standing. We'll grab our hand weights. And I want you to meet me standing in this wide second position. So for my dance friends, my toes are pointing out to the sides. I'm squeezing my butt a little bit, and I'm gonna sit my hips down. I want you to check in that your knees and your toes are on the same diagonal line. The knees may have a tendency to wanna fall in. So once we're there, hand weights in hands, shoulders heavy down your back. We're gonna switch our hand weights. So starting with our biceps in the front, just kind of squeezing that front of my arm and making a muscle. And then I'm gonna keep my core muscles really engaged so that I'm not swinging around with the momentum of my weights. So everything's nice and still and strong, just moving the elbow. Switch and switch. Good, and then again, once you're comfortable, you can push your tempo a little bit. Good. One thing that's important when you're using free weights is that you're not letting the momentum of the weight pull on your joints. So I want you to let your arm only straighten 95% of the way. So I'm not going 100% straight, I'm really in control. Good. Awesome, guys. We're gonna add some legs. So I'm gonna go up for a few and down for a few. Up for a few and down for a few. Good, so it kind of feels like I'm sliding up and down a wall. Down, good. Slide it up, slide it down, good. And then check in that you're really pushing with all 4 corners of each foot. So I'm using my big toe, my pinky toe, 2 sides of my heel together. Good. I'm squeezing my butt a little bit to get my knees to look out to the sides. Good. 10 counts right here. We're gonna hold it at the bottom. In 8, in 6, we're at the bottom. In 4, 3, 2, meet me down here at the bottom. Hold it for a second, arms open to the sides. Think about plugging your arms into your body and then draw some little circles with your hand weights. Little circle, good. So this circle movement is coming from where my arm meets my torso. It's not coming from my elbow, not my hand. It's right in that shoulder joint, like you're stirring the spoon around. Good, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and then we'll reverse that circle. Go ahead and take it the other way. Ooh, good, check in with that breath for me. Can you still fill up all the way? Exhale all the way empty. Beautiful, we're here for 4, 3, 2, nice job. Palms face the ceiling like you're holding some big heavy laundry bags. We're gonna press and squeeze to the top and then control it down. Squeeze to the top, control it down, nice job. So again, if you look from the side, I'm trying to keep my body in this straight line like I'm going up and down a wall. A lot of times our arms will pull the rib cage into this sort of extended position. So see if you can really relax your ribs down and keep that spine straight up and down. So ribs stacking right over those hips. And then once you've got yourself figured out, let's push that tempo. Up, up. Good, I'm in control of my hand weights. Good. Here we go for 10. Good, here we go, 8. We'll hold the bottom in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then meet me down at the bottom. From here, tuck your wings in, elbows in nice and tight. One knee's gonna drop. Good. Punch the opposite hand forward. So I got my left foot and my right hand out in front, and then undo that. Other way. Drop one knee, punch that opposite hand out, and then back through the middle. And then we'll go a little bit faster. So I'm gonna drop and center. Drop and center. Good. So it's important that my whole leg is moving in one piece. I'm not twisting at my knee joint. So flip that whole leg. Good. Flip and center. Nice, and then again, if you're feeling good, ready for more, we're gonna push that tempo. Good. Let's go, 10 counts. Good, and then I'm just gonna keep the upper body and freeze my lower body in the middle. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, freeze your legs in the middle, just the arms. Go, go, go. So I'm twisting my ribs, but I'm keeping my knees still. Switch, switch, switch. Good. Can you breathe for me? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. 10 counts right here. Good. It's 8. It's 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then tuck those wings and step your feet together. From here, triceps. So I'm sitting back like a half a squat, and then one arm extends, and then I'll switch it. Switch it. So it's important for me in this position that we're not worried too much about how high our hand weights get. We're more worried about how wide our shoulders can be. So if my hand weights are trying to get too high, I'll end up kind of crunching up in my neck to hold my weights. So I want you to go ahead and feel that shoulder blade slide down your back and broaden your shoulders in the front. Good. And then once you've got that, let's go faster. Switch, switch, switch. You'll have to brace in your core to stop your tail from wagging. So see if you can really stay super strong. Abdominals embraced. Switch, switch, switch. Good, 10 counts right there. Good, here's 5. We'll hold them back in 3, 2. Hold those arms behind you, palms face the ceiling. Now little one, go up, up, up. Good, check in with the fronts of those shoulders, nice and wide. Up, we're gonna go for 10. Here's 8. Good, 6, 5, stretch those arms super straight. 3, 2, freeze at your top, and then just lift your heels up and down. So a little balance challenge. If 2 heels together feels like too much, let's go 1 at a time. Great option if you need it. Lift and resist. Lift and resist. Good, we're gonna try for a balance at the top. In 8. In 6. Good, 4, 3, 2. Try to lift your heels at the top, and then little squeeze with your thumbs in, in, in. I've still got those wide shoulders up front. Good, exhale, feel those abdominals squeeze and support. Here's your 8. Here's our 6. So good, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go ahead and stand up for me. Just take a second to shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Really hold that tension for a second, and then let it go. We'll go 2 more like that. So pull your shoulders up to your ears, hold on to that tension, and then let it go. Good, last one. Pull it up, find your tension, and then let it go. Nice. We'll come down to the floor, and you can ditch your hand weights. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. From here, I want you to feel that low belly engage and lift one more time. So I'm gonna exhale really from the bottom. Really clear your air out, and then we'll take a little balance. So my right fingertips will slide forward, my left foot will reach back. From there, I'm gonna take a little hover, and then slide it back in. And then the other side, so slide it out, little hover, and then slide it back in. And then pay attention to what's moving. In a perfect world, my spine isn't shaking side to side, it's not arching and rounding. I'm trying to hold my body in that straight line. So the work is really to control the still parts. It doesn't really matter where your floating hand and foot are going. We're holding that still stuff still. Good, and then again, if you're ready for more, let's go a little faster, kind of like a walking pace. And maybe I'll breathe in for 2, and then exhale for 2. Good, so we'll breathe in, and exhale. Good, if your neck feels kind of crunchy, your hands can be really low. That's fine. Good, we've got 15 seconds here, and then we're gonna hold our plank. Any plank that feels right for you. Here we go, final 4, 3, 2, and then choose a plank you wanna hold. I'm gonna hold on my knees for today. You could lift yourself up into a full plank if you want to. Take a second to widen your shoulders, squeeze your belly up and in for support, and then we're gonna bend the elbows halfway and take a little pulse right here, like you're pushing the floor down and away. Push, push, 10 fingers heavy. Good, breathing in. Push and push. We're gonna go for 10. Here's our 8. Good, 6. Here's 3, 2, 1, and then sit yourself back into a quick child's pose. Take a second to breathe. Good, and then we'll switch gears and work on our lower body. So stand up for me. My feet will be together. Toes touching, heels touching, as tight as they can be. Good, and then sit back like it's half of a squat. So I'm feeling my butt reach down and back. I'm feeling the top of my head float away, and I'm in this nice stacked diagonal line. It's like if I drew a line across my screen, it would go right along my spine, straight line. Sometimes we'll have a tendency to be a little rounded in our low back or a little overarched. See if you can really get yourself stacked in the middle. Good. And then from here, I'm gonna slide one foot backwards and stretch it out nice and straight. Good. Shift your weight so you're in between your 2 feet. We're gonna bend both knees and rotate towards the front leg. And then push both of your legs straight. So 2 knees bend, we rotate, and then press yourself straight. And then as you're twisting your upper body, see if your knees and toes can keep tracking straight. Good. So we twist and extend. Good. I have equal weight on my 2 legs. 10 toes grounded. Nice work. Twist and extend. Good. As I'm twisting my spine, I'm not also crunching forward. So I feel nice and long and straight through my spine, even though I'm rotating around. Good. 8 counts right here. Good, here we go, final 5. Good, here's 3, 2, last one, hold at the bottom, square yourself off, and push that back leg super straight. My fingertips are gonna reach forward, and then I'll go through my arms. So front leg pushes all the way straight, go through it, and then control your way back. Good, so I'm kind of in a balance. 2 legs straight at the top, and then control it back. Press, and control. Good, so you should feel that front leg working, and I'm enough on a diagonal that my low back can relax. So I wanna make sure that I'm not arching my back as I lift up, and leaving my spine forward on that diagonal. Nice job. You can picture a teeny chair underneath that front hip, and you're gonna sit straight down into that little chair. Good, here we go, 8 counts like this. I'm gonna square off with my mat for the next one. Here we go for 4, we'll hold the bottom. In 3, last 2. Last one, freeze at the bottom for me. Frame your front foot, back knee taps down, and it's like you're kicking the wall behind you. You're gonna slide that leg all the way back and kick it. And then reverse it. So step it through, reach out, go through it. So adding on, we go all the way down to the floor, all the way up to a straight leg. But if that position doesn't work for you, I want you to step your feet around. So at the bottom, I'll step through a squat, all the way up to stand, and then all the way back down to that same position. So great option if bringing your leg through doesn't work for you. Good. And so now we're kind of clear in that movement pathway. I want you to try to retrace it a little bit faster, right? This is our cardio workout, so we're gonna get our heart moving, our blood moving, heart rate up. Good, let's go, 10 counts here. We'll hold at the bottom. In 8. In 6. Holding down, final 4, 3, 2, find the bottom and freeze for me. Drop your back elbow down. So I've got my right elbow down and my left leg up. From here, I'm gonna fold my 2 legs in to match each other, and then kick that same leg back out where it came from. So they fold in, they kick open, in, and open. Good, I'm gonna try to push the floor down with my arms and help my abdominals lift up. Good. Nice work. So belly button's pointing at the ground, and then belly button's pointing out. Down and out. So I'm moving my pelvis on this one. Pelvis rotates to the floor, open. Good. Nice job. We're gonna hold it open in 8 counts. Good, here we go, 6. We'll hold it out. In 3, 2, 2. Hold that leg out for me, and then go ahead and just look down at your bottom arm and relax your neck a little bit. So you can look at your screen if you need to, but then go ahead and look back down at the floor. From here, top leg lowers a little, lifts back up. Lowers and lifts. Good. If your bottom hip or your bottom knee doesn't feel good in this position, you can lay all the way down on your side. Same action with this top leg. So feel free to adjust it if you need to. Good, my main goal is that my spine stays still and I'm not arching and rounding my back. So see if you can really feel what's moving and what's not moving. Really the only place I'm moving is my hip joint on that top side. Good, 8 counts right here. Ooh, we're holding at the top in 6. Good work, here's 4, 3, 2, find the top for me. Hold it, flex your foot, stand into that floating leg, and then give me a tiny one, just up, 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 up. We're gonna go for 8. Here's 6, here's 4, 3, 2, and then give me a big kick straight forward towards your screen. So my foot's going straight out, and then undo it, straight out to the wall behind you. Kick it forward, kick it out. Kick it forward, kick it out. Ooh, good. And then again, is your spine rounding and extending? See if you can quiet down your back and really move from your hip joint. Out and back. Good. 8 counts here, that's it. Let's go for 8. Good, here's your 6. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Good. Fold your knees in. Let's take a little stretch. So I'm going to sit my butt back, but then a little over to the left. My hands walk over to the right. So I'm shifting into that hip for a little stretch. And then let's go through to the other side. So I'm going to stand up. My toes and my heels are touching. We sit back like a little half of a squat, tiny one. Now it's my left leg that's going to step backwards. Then shift your weight into your 2 feet. So I'm right in the middle. From here, we bend the knees and rotate, and then go all the way straight. Bend the knees and rotate, all the way straight. So I'm trying not to round my spine. I'm trying to rotate around myself. So I'm staying kind of long, almost like someone's pulling a high ponytail away from you. Good. Check out where your knees want to go. They should look straight up in front of you. That bottom one especially might try to fold in underneath. Nice work. So we know what's coming. Whole second side ahead. So take this moment to catch up with your breath a little bit. Inhale through your nose. Huge exhale to get your core muscles back on. Good work. Let's go 10 counts here. Good, last time. Holding at the bottom. In 6. Good, here's your 5. Awesome work, here's 4, 3, 2, hold at the bottom, square your shoulders off, push that back leg straight, and then reach your arms out. So we're gonna go through our hands. Press and squeeze to a straight leg, and then control your way back. So we press and squeeze it up, and then control it back. Good, my body's forward enough that my low back feels pretty wide. So I don't wanna arch my back to get to the top. I'm gonna let my body go forward on that diagonal, kind of like an escalator. So I'm going forward and up. Good, you should start to really feel those muscles around that outside corner of your front hip, pushing the floor down. And then if you're ready for it, we can go a little faster. Here we go. Woo! Let's go 10 counts. Here we go for 8, and then we'll add on. Good, here's your 6. We'll meet at the bottom. In 4, 3, 2, find the bottom for a second. Hold it, frame your front foot. Back foot taps down, and then kick this front leg all the way back. We'll reverse how we got there. So slide that foot forward, reach your arms out, press and squeeze to the top. And then we go again, we slide it back and press it up. If that motion doesn't work for you, bringing your leg through the middle, you can step around the outsides like a squat. So we'll step up to a squat and then bring it back down. So great option if you need to do something different for your body. Good, so again, full shabam, one leg pressing forward. And then as we do, if you're ready for more, let's push that tempo a little bit. Up and back. Go up and back. Nice work, we've got about 15 seconds here, and then we'll all meet at the bottom. Good, here we go for 8. Last 6. We're holding down at the bottom in 3, 2, find the bottom for me and hold it. My back elbow's gonna drop down. So I have my right leg lifted and my left elbow's on the floor. From here, we're gonna fold the 2 legs into match and then kick that top leg open. 2 legs into match, top leg open. Good, if you need to look at your screen, go for it, but then go ahead and look down at the floor. Just let your neck relax. Good, so we should be feeling like that outside corner of your glutes, like that outside edge of your back pocket is really working to hold your leg up there. And I'm letting my pelvis move on this one. So my pelvis is looking down at the floor, and then I'm opening it up so my belly button's pointing forward. But again, if this position isn't working for your bottom leg, you can lay down on your hip and do the same action here, folding it in, pushing it out. And you'll stay there for the next 2. Good, 8 counts here, we'll meet on the out. Here's 6. Good, here's your 4, holding it out in 3, 2, hold it out for me, freeze it, and then lower that leg, pick it back up. Lower, and pick it up. So I've got a super straight leg. I'm trying to stand into that leg, reach it away. Good, 10 counts here, we'll hold the top. Here we go for 8. Super long leg here, 6. Holding the top in 4, 3, 2, find the top, flex your foot strong, stand into it, and then give me just the ups. Lift, lift, lift. Here we go for 10. Here's your 8, we have a big kick coming up. 3, 2, when you're ready, bend your knee, kick your foot straight forward, bend your knee, kick it out. Bend it, kick it forward, and then press it out. So again, my spine is trying to stay still and not round. So it might feel like you're not kicking very far forward. That's okay. Doesn't need to feel like your leg's moving a lot, but I want your spine to feel pretty straight. Ooh, good. Should feel a big burn in the outside of that booty. Here we go for 8. Last 6. Good work, guys. Stay with it. Here's 3. Last 2. Good. Last 1. And then you get a little stretch. So knees together. You can sit your hips back to your heels. Shift your pelvis over to that right side. And then walk your hands over to the left. Good work. And then we're gonna switch gears and work our abdominals a little bit more. So I'm gonna come up to kneeling. One leg is gonna reach out to the side. You can either mirror me, or you could do the same left right as me. So I've got my left leg out. From here, I'm gonna interlace my hands behind the back of my neck and press my head back into my hands a little bit. So once you're there, we're gonna tip over to the side. The bottom hand taps the floor, and then your bottom leg is gonna squeeze up and step forward. And then we'll reverse how we got there. So bottom knee slides down, then we'll use those obliques, big exhale, to come back to the top. Let's go again. So we tip over, bottom hand taps the floor, bottom foot steps forward, and then we reverse it. Down, Lift it up, good. And then again, tempo's yours. Something I want you to watch out for is that if your rib cage is a little popped forward, you'll be using your back muscles a lot. But if you let your rib cage come down, we'll use the muscles in the front. So I want you to kind of look for the work in the front and try to open up your back a little. Good, so we tip it over, we step it, and then back up. Nice job, so nice and long through the spine, feeling stacked, not letting the ribs pop forward. Good. And then really use your breath so that work's happening in your abs. Good, we're gonna hold the position that looks like a side plank, this one, in about 8 counts. Good, here we go for 6. Good, here's 4. Last 3, 2, and then find that position feels like a side plank. From here, squeeze your legs together, tuck your tail a little so you know that works in the front. So I'm feeling it in the front of my body. From here, we take a little lift with the hips. Up, up. I'm hiking my bottom hip to my ribs. Little hip hike. 8, 7, 6, 5, so good. 4, 3, 2, and then to come down, let that bottom hip sink all the way down to the floor. Your bottom leg will come forward, and then I want you to lean away from that bottom hand. Big breath in. Nice, and then we'll do the second side. So meet me kneeling. This time my right leg's out. Hands are behind my neck. You can push your head back into your hands gently. And then we'll tip over. So I'm tipping away from my leg. And then find your bottom hand. It comes to the floor. Once it's connected, bottom leg steps forward. And then reverse it. Bottom knee down, back up to the center. So we go down, we step it forward, we bring it in, we lift it up. So I want that work to feel like it's in your core and it's in the front. Nice job. And tempo is always yours. So on this one, if moving slower helps you connect into your abdominals a little bit more, go ahead and take it slower, totally fine. Good. Nice work. I'm trying to relax my jaw and really let all of that work kind of collect into my abdominals. Good, we're gonna hold that position that looks like a side plank. Here we go for 8. Here we go for 6, meeting in that side plank. In 3, 2, last one, meet me in that side plank position, squeeze your legs together, tuck your tail just a little to feel the work in the front, and then give me a little hip hike for your bottom side. Bottom hip up to ribs. Up, up, up. Nice job. We go for 8. Here we go for 6. Hips down in 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you can lower that bottom hip all the way down. Bottom knee slides forward a little bit so you can lean away. Whew, good, give me a breath. Nice, and then we're gonna face the side. I'm sitting up on my booty. So up on my sits bones, you can grab the backs of your legs and help yourself sit tall. And then from here, we'll make the spine a big J shape. So my spine is straight up at the top, and then it's gonna be a big curl and tuck under with my tailbone. So I'm rounding my low back, and then like I have a high ponytail, I'm gonna get pulled up to the top. So think J shape with that spine, tail curled through the legs, and then pick it up. So what I don't want you to do is lean your whole body back like a lever. Tuck, good. And up, we're gonna go 3 more. 3, last 2. Good, and then last one, I want you to pause with that scooped under tailbone. From here, we're gonna float one knee into tabletop, and then try to find your other leg to meet it. So I'm in a little balance. I'm trying to bring my body and my legs close together by scooping in my abdominals. From here, we exhale, extend the legs, inhale and bend. If that feels like it's not an option for you, keep one foot down, I'll tell you when to switch. Good, so exhale, extend, and bend. Extend, and bend. I'm thinking about reaching out with my toenails And I'm pressing my thighs into my hands. Press. Good. Press. Go ahead and switch legs if you had one foot down. Then we're gonna pause at the top. Got about 8 counts and we'll go there. Here we go for 6. Here we go for 5. Scoop that tail way under. Here's 4, 3, 2, meet me at the top and hold. We're gonna reach the fingertips out towards the toes, and then both legs together, little lift up, up, up. Here we go, 8, 7, you can hold your legs if you need to. Here's 3, 2, and then full body stretch. You can roll your way all the way down. Reach your arms out, reach your feet out. Take up some space. Good, and then we'll find our knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Nice long spine. From here, you're gonna press your pelvis up to the top, lower your hips down. So just starting simple, hips up, hips down. So I'm trying to keep my low back in the same shape, and I'm hinging from my hips. Let's go 8 like that, and then we'll move on. Here's 8. Good, here's 6. Holding at the top. In 4, 3, 2, and then find the top and hold it. We're gonna go for a little prance with the feet. So lift one heel up. Feel where your pelvis is in space. Keep it still. And then just trade your heels out. Trade your heels. Trade your heels. So it might feel like a little bit of a stretch for your quads. And I'm trying to pull my heels towards my butt. Switch and switch. And then if you want to go faster, we go faster. Switch, switch, switch. Here we go for 8. Here we go for 6. We're gonna hold both feet up, both heels up. 3, 2, so high heels on, and then little squeeze for your booty, lift up. Squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we did it. You can slowly lower your hips all the way down. Rock your knees side to side. You can feel like a little bit of a massage for your low back. Kind of squish your low back down into the floor. Good, and then let's grab onto one knee. Pull that knee in towards your chest. Stretch your other leg out nice and long and straight. And then push it down into the floor a little. So I'm connecting my hamstring to my pelvis. And then wrap that leg across your body. For a little spine stretch, you can look at your backhand. And then trade it out. Other knee pulls in towards your chest. One leg's out long and straight, and it can push down into the floor. Top thigh is gonna cross your body. You can go for a little spine twist, look at your backhand. Nice. And then let's grab onto the backs of the legs. Rock yourself front back a few times. Again, you can sort of squish your low back into the ground. And then flip over onto hands and knees just for a second. We're gonna tuck the toes under. Press your pelvis way up and hang your head. Good, take a second to bend one knee, sit back into one hip. And then trade. And then walk your hands and your feet together. You can bend your knees, roll your way up to stand, and we'll go for a quick little balance. Reach your fingertips to the ceiling, float your heels up, and then switch gravity. Feel like you're suspended from your hands. I'm gonna reach my feet down for the floor, and then let my fingertips pull me back up. Feet reach down for the floor, fingertips pull you up. Good, let's go 3 more here. 3, and up. Good, last 2. Fight for that balance. Last one, we're gonna pause at the top and just breathe in. Fill yourself all the way up with air. Think fill, 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 fill. And then melt your way all the way down. You can slowly let your feet come down, let your head float away. Good, and then go ahead and take one nice big shoulder roll up, around, and back. And we are done for today. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You can hit me up on Facebook, and hope to see you soon. Bye.